So this morning, I spent, I don't know, 20 minutes looking for my car keys.
Yeah.
They were in the fridge. Don't even ask.
Oh, no.
But it got me thinking about that feeling of panic when you lose something important. Now imagine that, but on a massive scale. It's May 1968. You're not looking for keys. You're the U.S. Navy, and you're looking for a nuclear submarine, the USS Scorpion. It just vanished.
Right. It's the ultimate needle in a haystack problem. I mean, the Scorpion was due in Norfolk, Virginia. Families were waiting. The band was ready.
And it's never showed up.
It never showed. The Navy went into crisis mode. They scoured the eastern seaboard, everywhere the standard procedures told them to look, and they found absolutely nothing.
And that's usually where a story like this would just hit a brick wall. But this deep dive is about what happened next. We have these documents detailing how a deepwater expert, a guy named John P. Craven, stepped in.
Yes.
And he basically told the Navy, look, stop searching where you think it is, and let's use map to figure out where it has to be.
He wasn't just working off a hunch either. He was applying something called Bayesian search theory. He understood that searching the ocean isn't about luck. It's about probability.
Okay, so let's get into that, because we're not just talking about drawing a big circle on a map here. This is about using probability as a physical tool.
Yeah.
How does Bayesian theory actually work in a search like this?
Well, it starts with formulating hypotheses. You have to write down scenarios for what might have happened. Craven actually interviewed veteran submarine commanders to get a real feel for disaster mechanics.
Okay.
Then you use that information to construct a probability density function. You can think of it like a weather map, but instead of showing air pressure, it shows the likelihood of the submarine being in any given spot.
So you have this map of probably here, maybe not there. But here's the part that I think is so fascinating. You go search a high probability square, and you find nothing, just empty water.
Right.
Intuitively, that feels like a total failure.
And in a standard search, it would be. But in Bayesian terms, finding nothing is incredibly valuable data. This is what's known as the update loop.
The update loop.
Yes.
Yes. Because you searched that square and the sub wasn't there, the probability of it being in that spot drops to 0, obviously. But, and this is the magic, the probability of it being in all the other squares mathematically increases.
I love that. So a failed search actually makes your next search better. It sharpens the focus.
Precisely. You are constantly reweighting the map based on what you don't find. For the Scorpion, Craven defined a specific search box way out southwest of the Azores.
And he didn't pull that out of thin air.
Not at all. He worked with mathematicians from a firm, Metron Inc., and used crucial acoustic data from an expert named Gordon Hamilton who'd analyzed these faint underwater sounds of a potential implosion.
So they took the math, the sound data, the scenarios, and they basically drew an X on the map.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
They sent a ship, the Mizar, to this calculated location. It had a camera sled designed by a scientist, Chester Buck Buchanan. And there it was, 740 kilometers from the Azores, in over 3,000 meters of water. They found the wreck. The math had worked perfectly.
That's just incredible. It turns this impossible mystery into a solvable equation. You know, speaking of smart solutions and that kind of precision, this is probably a good time to mention our sponsor, Embersilk.
Oh, absolutely. If you're looking to bring that kind of rigor to your own work, they're the ones to check out for AI training, automation, software development, that sort of thing.
Exactly. For business, for your personal life, whatever. Just check out embersilk.com to uncover where AI agents could really make an impact for you. Anyway, I want to dig a bit deeper into the math. The papers talk about a probability space, and they use this specific triplet, omega, F, and P.
Right. That's the engine room of the whole theory.
So can you translate that for us? What are we actually looking at?
Okay, so think of it as the formal structure for uncertainty. Omega, that's the sample space. It's basically all the possible outcomes, every single place the sub could possibly be.
The entire search area.
And then some. F is the event space, which is just the specific events we're looking at, like the sub is in this grid square. And P is the probability measure. It's the function that assigns a number between 0 and 1 to each of those events.
So it's a really rigorous way of putting boundaries around the unknown.
It converts lost into statistically discoverable. And the best part is, this wasn't some one-off historical fluke.
Right. This method has been used since.
Oh, yeah. It was crucial in finding the wreckage of Air France Flight 447 and the treasure on the SS Central America. It's even built into the Coast Guard's search and rescue software today, CASP. It's actively saving lives.
It really changes how you look at impossible problems, doesn't it? It's not about knowing the answer right away. It's about having a leak-proof method to narrow things down.
That is the key takeaway. Math acts as a flashlight in the dark. If you use all the information you have coherently, like the theory demands, humanity can find things that seem hopelessly lost.
We can solve these huge, overwhelming problems just by updating our beliefs one step at a time.
That's a wildly optimistic thought to hold on to. That maybe nothing is ever truly lost as long as you have the right math to find it. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe to the show. Hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.